Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Mindset Reset Power Series. Okay, I have a delay. I have a echo. Is it me? Frederica, talk for me, please. Welcome, Coach Frederica Black. How are you today? Welcome.
I am doing very well. Thank you so much, and good evening, everyone.
I'm working on my echo, Frederica, so you just continue the conversation for me, please.
Coach Ross, since we are in the same house today, I'm going to need you to mute yourself out so that I can talk because I think that is where the echo is coming from, the fact that we are in close proximity. So go ahead and mute yourself out until you're ready to join in the conversation. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to Mindset Reset Power Series. I am your mindset coach, Frederica Black, and I am also joined by Coach Ra, Coach Ruthann Newton Lightbourne. And I want to give you our website addresses right away so that you know where to find us because we've had a number of persons ask us, what is the website address? Because we have not said it enough, I guess. And so my website is www.frederica.blackcoaching.com. And Coach Ra, um, her website is coachmeruthann.com. And she doesn't have the www in front of it. It's just http colon coachmeruthann.com. And so this evening, Coach Ra is going to be leading the conversation. And so I'm going to ask her to come back so that she can introduce her topic for the evening. We're so glad that you're here with us. And if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead, use the question and answer box, and let us know what your thoughts are or what your questions are. Coach Ra, please come in, join the conversation.
Why does she do this to me? I always feel like I'm going crazy. Um, so she says I'm leading the conversation, guys. As I was telling her earlier, my head is so big. Like you could actually see her. With me, you see my head. Like all you see is head. But anyway, this evening, today's conversation is really about the power of the tongue. Coach Black and myself have really been talking about this actually for about 3 months now, and prior to this as well. But we have really seen manifestations happen and occur with the power of this tongue. And I really wanted Coach Black to really talk about affirmations. But before she goes into that, I really would like to let everybody know they really need to make a mighty effort. If you have not already, you need to get on YouTube. You need to go and you need to listen to Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. It's very important. And if you don't want to listen to the whole synopsis, because I think it sometimes takes about 2 hours, there's a shorter version done by Earl Nightingale, and that even is kind of long, 40 minutes, but it still gives you a good grounding on what needs to happen. And you'll notice that everything that we've been sharing with you over the past, I think it's about a month and a half now, going on nearly 2 months, has been the same ground rules, same basis of what you will learn in the same recording that I'm telling you to go into. I think it's because we don't realize that the nucleus of the mind and our growth is all the same. So what was necessary back in 1940, 1950, 1960, 1970 for success is still very relevant what is needed in 2014. And you will realize that over this time, Coach Black especially and myself have been really trying to refocus everybody on their mind and understanding the power of the mind. And the reason for that is that we have something called our subconscious. And our subconscious is a serious, I mean, that's like a gangster part of our body. We don't realize how bad it is. And I'm talking like total gangster to the point where if it cannot understand what you're trying to do, it will block you. I mean, who could have thunk it? Something that doesn't technically have its own brain. It is the brain, but it can block you, big ol' you, from succeeding in whatever it is you choose to succeed in. And it goes back to, I think Coach Black was mentioning it about 3 weeks ago, how give yourself permission to believe in you. Give yourself permission to dream. Give yourself permission to do whatever it is you choose to do. And we don't understand how important that concept is. Um, and so I just want people to understand, first of all, one of the main things is that you have to have a burning desire for whatever you choose to do, whatever it is. And so remember, burning desire is relative. It's relative to you, not to me, not to Coach Black. It is relative to you. What is it that you want to happen? And a burning desire, guys, means that you literally will do anything to have this manifest itself. And if you're not willing to do it, it's not a burning desire. And so that's sometimes where we go a little off, because we think it's a burning desire and it actually isn't. And another thing that I learned that I really needed to share, because honestly to me it was quite profound, was that you got to burn the bridges of the past for that burning desire. Now, usually we're taught that burning bridges is bad. We're taught, don't burn your bridges, make sure that you always have this. But as long as you're connected to that past, there's no reason for you to fledge forward and move forward with no recourse of, there's no going back. So that desire has to come where you have no other option. Your option is only to move forward. Your option is only to have and gain success. Only. That is your only option. To the point where people think you're crazy. You're insane because your desire is so strong. And so that is so important. And it comes from really knowing what you want. So then it goes back to everything else we've been teaching over the past few weeks. So Coach Black, would you like to add to that?
Coach Ra, I'm going to ask you to continue talking for a few minutes because I am just trying to set up a headset so that you do not hear yourself in the background. So go ahead, please, and continue. I'm so glad to be here in your house, but I don't want to distract you at the same time. So go ahead and talk a little bit more, and I'll join in the conversation in a few seconds. Thank you.
Okay, I've just unmuted myself. Okay, so basically one of the main things is that we're going to definitely look at what is your desire. Then you need to really work on, okay, that's your desire, fine, phenomenal, great, fantastic. Now we need to get your subconscious on the level of that desire. So how do we do that? By basically self-hypnosis, affirmation, self-reaffirming thyself. And how do you do that? Okay, so you decide that this is your desire. Your desire, my desire is, let's get one. I wish we had some viewers out there saying, you know, what their desire was. But anyway, let's say your desire is to have $5,000. Okay, write it down. My desire is to have $5,000 by July 20th. Okay, so my desire is to have $5,000 by July 20th, and I'm going to do whatever it takes in my skill set to acquire that $5,000. So you got to write all of that down. And then you have to also say that this is what you want. And the thing is, you have to actually write it, and then you have to repeat it. So you have to repeat it in the morning, and you have to repeat it in the evening. And like we've said before, post, post, post. So that means post it all around where you can see it. Why? The RAS system, reticular something system.
Yeah. The reticular activating system.
Okay, see?
Correct.
Okay, that was me saying it. Yeah, reticular. Okay, yeah. So that system has to now be connected. So now this desire is important. So what happens? What happens with the RAS, guys? Everybody remember? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. The RAS system, when it knows it's important, it starts guiding everything towards that desire. And then your subconscious, because you keep on repeating it, I'm going to achieve $5,000 by July 20th, and I'm going to do everything in my power and in my set skill that I'm going to do something. So you have to give. Remember, there has to be something given in order for you to receive, because you're not going to receive anything if you're not planning on giving something of yourself. And that's so important. We got to remember that. You got to be giving something. So Coach Black, do you want to take it away?
Thank you so much, Coach Ra. Thank you. Well, Coach Ra started to talk to you about your subconscious mind, and this is the phenomenal part of your brain that guides you and helps you to accomplish what it is that you want. Now, we started to talk last week about your subconscious mind. Sometimes things that are in the subconscious mind you did not even put there. It was placed there because of the environment that you grew up in. It was placed there because of some of the things your parents said to you and some of the adults in your life said to you. And so to rewire the subconscious mind, you have to go ahead, like Coach Ross said, and write it down. Post it so that you can see it, so that your reticular activating system can sort it and focus on achieving that. The subconscious mind is so phenomenal that it already knows what you need to do to accomplish whatever it is that you may desire. You cannot have a desire and your subconscious mind does not know how to do it. And that's what I absolutely love about this. And you, anything that you put your mind to, you already know how to do. You don't have to doubt yourself. You already know how to do it. Your brain cannot comprehend something that you do not know how to do. So if your brain comprehends it, if your brain thinks of it, it means you already know how to achieve it. And so go ahead right now and write down what it is that you want, your greatest desire. What would you really love? Because you can have it. Write that down, post it so that your reticular activating system can now sort everything out to achieve that. Your subconscious mind knows how to do it. And visualize it. We started to talk about visualization last week, and that is because the subconscious mind does not know the difference between past, present, and future. The only way it works is in the present. And so if your mind thinks of something, if you can see the thing you want in your mind's eye, your subconscious is interpreting that as if you are doing it. And there are patients that had had a stroke that doctors and therapists walk them through this process on a daily basis. They may not be able to move a limb or a part of their body is no longer functioning due to a stroke. It is scientifically proven that once that individual does that activity in their mind, the body interprets it as if it's doing it. And so see yourself doing the thing that you want. You're not going to be tricking your brain. You're just going to be training your brain to accomplish what it is you want. And I'm so glad that Coach Ross started to talk today about the power of your words because you now have to speak what it is that you want, not from what you don't want, but speak from what you want. And so we had a workshop a few weeks ago in Nassau, and one of the ladies at the workshop, she said one of the things that bothers her is the fact that she has so many bills. And I said, why is it that you keep thinking about the bills? And she said, because the reality is I have a lot of bills. And all of us, if you are an adult, you have bills, one type of bill or another. And for most of us, it's many different types of bills. I don't want you to think about the bill. I want you to think about the end result, that bill being paid off. Every time you see yourself paying off that final payment. Because when you do that, your subconscious interprets that as if it's already done. And then your reticular activating system goes out and sorts everything so that this is accomplished. There is a power that is in you that is greater than everything that is around you. If you can start to believe that, if you can start to believe that you possess the power to achieve everything you want, you are 90% in accomplishing it. See, action is only about 10 or 20%. Action is necessary, but your belief system is important because until you believe something, you cannot take action to do it. And so I want you to start to see yourself in a place where you already accomplished that. And initially, your belief system may not be in place. So you have to practice it. Practicing yourself, paying off your bills. practicing yourself succeeding, because success is in your DNA. This isn't something that you have to go out there and look for. This is something that is in you. And Albert Einstein, a high school dropout, I mean, not even a high school dropout, he went up, I think, as far as the third grade, a genius. What he was able to do was find out what it is that is at the source of success, and that is a state of mind, a mental attitude. And Napoleon Hill came back and said to us in the 1920s, from the 1920s to the 1970s, he said, if we can get our mental attitude right, we can achieve anything we want. And they were only reiterating what was said in the Bible, that if you believe a thing, that you can achieve it, that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And that is what you need to achieve everything you want. And so I want you to start to see yourself as if that thing is already done. And I've moved away from believing. I'm now to a place where I know. I know that everything that I want is already done. Why? Because I know that the capacity is in me. I was born with it. You too were born with the capacity to succeed. Success is repeatable. It's a formula that is repeatable. It's a formula that is consistent. And it's just as consistent as the law of mathematics or any other universal laws. But you must apply the laws for it to be made manifest in your life. And so I want you to start to get to the place where you know. But knowing comes with practicing. Coach Ra suggested that you do it in the morning. Write down what it is you want and read over it. See it, post it around you. Look at it in the morning. Look at it in the afternoon. Look at it in the evening until it's a part of you. You didn't just become who you are today. It was a process that didn't start a week ago. It was a process that happened from the day you were born. And so those limiting beliefs came from the time you were placed in this physical realm. And so to move those thoughts, you have to practice. You have to start to tell yourself, hey, I can do this. And not only tell yourself, but start to feel and start to know, because emotion is an important part of achieving things in the physical realm. So I want you to start to see in your mind's eye what it is that you want. And when you start to see it, and when you start to take tiny steps every day, success is something that happens over time, every day, small efforts done every day. You're going to rewrite your subconscious mind. And once you are able to rewrite your subconscious mind, I am telling you that everything that you want will be made manifest in your physical world. Just as laws govern the country that we live in, there are laws that govern our invisible world. And if you follow those laws, your dreams can be made manifest. And I'm excited for you, because just as my dreams are being made manifest every day, your dreams are being made manifest every day. And there are things that I don't see, like right now, but I keep telling myself, Frederica, it's already done. And I see myself in it. One day I want to be married. And so now I operate from the place of being married. I do not like to cook, but there are times that I make sure I'll put myself in the kitchen, because I know that an obligation of a wife is to feed her husband, unless, oh, my husband, he's going to come and he's going to bring a help with him as I don't have to cook, or he's going to really like to cook. Anyway, but until that happens, I am preparing myself so that what I want to happen in my life can be made welcome. And so practice every day. No, you don't see it physically now. You don't have to see it physically now to know it's done. You see it in your mind's eye. And so I do not operate from the place anymore as, oh, I'm waiting on that to happen. No, it has already happened, because the power is in you. And I want to leave you with this thought. Coach Ra, I'm going to let you take it away after this. But I want to leave you with this thought, this fact. See, thought is the most potent form of energy in the universe. Everything in this whole expanse of time and space, the basis of it is energy. Your body is just a molecular system that is the basis of energy. The table, everything around you, the basis of it is energy. The most potent form of energy in the universe is thought. When I began to comprehend that thought is the most potent form of energy, I began to realize that I had the power to create anything I want because you have the power to control your thoughts. And so, Coach Ra, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and finish this session. I'm going to be leaving everyone at this time. So I want to say thank you so much for joining in with us. And I know Coach Ra is going to leave you with some golden nuggets that will help you to achieve success and whatever it is you want. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Coach Ra, go ahead and take it away.
Well, my main thing that I just wanted to bring back that Coach Black was saying was regarding the desires. And I had spoken earlier, and we started off with desires. But desires are actually an accurate picture of what you're capable of accomplishing. And you're probably going to catch that on the way home. So I need to repeat that. Desires are an accurate picture of what you can accomplish. That's some serious stuff right there. We got to understand that. Like, I don't think people understand that when you desire something, because, like, you know, sometimes when you think of something, people say, oh, it's too big, and oh, you're dreaming, and oh, you're a dreamer. No. Your desire is an accurate picture of what you can accomplish, what you can be, what you can achieve. And I know I'm kind of staying on that because I need that to, like, really marinate, because I know when I heard it for the first time and I wrote it and I reread that did something to me. Because me, for an example, you know, and I'm always using me because I don't want to use anybody else. If I want to be a millionaire and I'm saying that I'm going to be a millionaire, it's because that's an accurate picture of what I can become. It's not just a dream. It's just not something that I'm just putting out there. It's actually something, because it's a desire. Desires are only given to us because we can actually achieve them. Y'all got that one? Desires are only given to us because we can achieve them. And like Coach Black said, you now have to allow yourself to allow that part of you to achieve it, because it's there. So we have to tap into that subconscious. And I don't think y'all still got it. Your desires are an accurate picture of what you can become. So you know what? This evening I want everybody, write down your desires. Write them down, write them down, write them down. Look at it. That's an accurate picture of what you can become. And I know we didn't get to start our affirmations yet, but definitely you'll be able to check out our walls. We do put some affirmations up once in a while, but just saying, I am the head, not the tail. I am the lender, not the borrower. I am a champion. I am a champion. I am blessed as I come. I'm blessed as I go. These things, if you just repeat them out loud. I was doing a coaching session with somebody the other day, and they made a comment. They said that they are lazy in something. They made that comment, and I said, okay, let's see how we can change what you just said to a positive statement. And so they were like, well, Ruth Ann, I'm just stating a fact. I said, well, just like what Coach Black said a few minutes ago, the problem with our subconscious mind, it has no time or space. So when your mind or your subconscious mind hears the word lazy, it doesn't know that you're talking about what you were or what you think you might have been. It's just heard lazy. So there was no time placed on that word. You understand? So you have to figure out ways to make sure that you're not putting droplets. And like Coach Black also said, and I'm repeating it, just to make sure that we got this. See, our minds, and our subconscious minds pick up a lot of stuff that's going on around us. So a lot of times, sometimes it's not even us putting stuff in there. It's everybody else around us putting it in there. You know, when you hear someone whisper, "Child, she ain't gonna amount to nothing. She can't do that." Guess who picked up on that? Your subconscious mind picked up on it. So that's why it's so important for whatever your desire, whatever your belief is, to make sure that you are reaffirming it every single morning, every single night. You're saying it. You're saying it because all the other little stuff is dropping itself in there as well. As you pass along someone's day, someone just making a comment, something that is not even probably relevant to you gets stuck inside your brain. You know, I sometimes think about the concept of, beliefs, your belief system. And that's even a deep subject in itself, which I'm hoping Coach Black and I will be able to go over one day, with everybody. Because you don't realize what your belief systems are sometimes. When I was listening, re-listening to, because I've listened to it about at least 5 times or more, the Earl Nightingale version of Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, and I heard the burning bridges again. I realized that I had created a belief regarding burning bridges, like what it actually means to burn a bridge. Because if you think about it, usually, and I don't know about everybody else, but I know I was taught burning a bridge is bad, that you ought not to burn any bridges, that when you leave a job, you should leave it so great that if you were to go back, it would be fine. But from what I'm understanding is if you don't burn the bridge, meaning let it go completely, you're not allowing yourself to manifest the true you, because you're always thinking at the back of your mind that, well, maybe I could go back. Or maybe I could turn around. Or you keep your pinky toe or your little finger in the back there just to make sure that in case this doesn't work, I can turn around. You want something? You desire it? You want it bad enough? If you do, burn the bridge. Because the only way you'll have is forward. A desire is an accurate picture of what you can become. Not a foggy picture, not a sketch that can be erased. It's an accurate picture of what you can become. So guys, get those desires written down. Sorry, go ahead, Coach Black. You wanted to say something?
I needed to say this. I love that you talked about how a desire is an accurate picture of what you can accomplish. Napoleon Hill said, anything the mind can conceive and you believe, you can achieve. And I don't want you to take that for granted, because I know a lot of times when something is said a lot, we let it roll off of our shoulders. We take it for granted. I want you to understand that if your mind has the capacity to think of it, your mind knows how to bring it into time and space. See, your mind cannot think of something that it does not know how to bring it into time and space.
And see, that's Coach
Right?
Black. Honestly, you're exactly what you're saying is what I'm trying to get across. Like, I need people to understand that the desire for you to desire something is just not by chance. Because I think we get confused that we think that, you're just randomly saying this and it cannot be accomplished. It can actually be accomplished.
That's right. If you can think it,
it can be accomplished.
That you can think it means that that very mind that thinks it knows how to bring it. We put limits on ourselves, and I had to start to move myself from people that speak negatively, because I cannot allow my ears to hear can't, because unconsciously and on a subconscious level, our brain interprets it and it becomes a part of us. It makes an impression on ourselves. This is how to the extreme it is. Your subconscious mind makes impressions on yourselves. And that is how you can do something without even thinking of it. You learn to drive one time. Every time you jump in a car, you don't need to relearn how to drive. You know how to do it. Your subconscious made an impression on the cells. And so you can do it without even thinking about it. I know there are times that I jump in my car and I end up a place that I wasn't even supposed to go. Oh, but it's a place that's familiar to me. Do not allow negative people to tell you what you cannot do. Frederica Black, Ruth Ann Newton Lightbourne is saying to you that anything that you think about, anything that you desire, the mind that comes up with it already knows how to bring it into time and space. You can do whatever it is you think. If you think about it, if your mind has the capacity to think about it, your mind has the capacity to bring it into time and space. And I know we sound like we're saying the same thing over and over. This is how you rewire the subconscious mind. You have to constantly say it. You have to constantly tell yourself the truth. Because for so long, we've accepted a lie. They have told us, whoever they are, have told us that, oh, we cannot do this. Oh, you're stupid. You will not amount to anything. No. If you can see yourself at the top, that is because you belong there. That desire that's in you is confirmation that you know how to do it. I'm not saying this to stroke your emotions or to boost your ego. I am saying this because this is the truth. This is the truth that I've come to know. This is the truth that I've come to live and prove. Anything your mind can conceive and you believe, you can achieve. And I know I was supposed to be gone, but the conversation was getting so hot. I needed to be here. This is the kind of thing that really, that I'm passionate about. Because I just think for so long, we've given ourselves to the wolves. We've allowed them to just rape us and just take away the essence of who we are. No, I want you to be you wholly, to be you authentically, because you are magnificent. And once you become aware of it, trust me, you cannot be anything else. You have a right to possess whatever it is you want. That right has been given to you from the time you came to earth. I want you to go out there and to achieve those desires. I want you to go out there and to create what it is that you want. And don't take this for granted, because those very thoughts that you can think positive, in the same way, those negative thoughts can come and they can take over your life. So you have to make a decision. You have to decide that I'm going to think on the things that I want. Put your mind on what it is you want, not what you don't want. Do not entertain what you do not want. When those thoughts come, command them to leave. Speak to your circumstances, speak to your mind, and tell your mind, no, I will not think those thoughts. I am thinking what it is that I want to bring about. Your thoughts create your reality. So go out there and create the reality you want. Thank you, Coach Ra. Thank you so much, audience.
One more thing.
I
One more thing
absolutely
before we
love
go. One
talking to
more
you. Go
thing.
ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
one more thing. I just need everybody to understand. You have to say it. You can write it, but it has to be said because it has to hear it. Your subconscious has to hear it. So it's very important, not just write. Yes, great, phenomenal. But you have to repeat it. You know, like someone, I was coaching someone, like I said, and I said to them, I said, you know, you got to say it. They was like, you know, I said, because you've got to, it has to hear it. And see, sometimes we think it's okay that, oh, you know, I'm thinking it, so it's connected. No, it has to hear it. Just as Coach Black was saying, you know, we're so, and we've become immune really to things being thrown into our subconscious. Oh, you're not going to amount to anything. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Nah, 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 nah. You hear this all the time. So now we got to keep on saying, I can do this. 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 This is what I desire. This is what I need. This is what's going to happen. Blah, 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 blah. You got to keep on saying it. So say it in the early morning. Say it in the late evening. Say it all day. Whenever you feel that little feeling inside of you, repeat whatever it is, your confirmation, your desire. And I need you to remember, what did I say? Your desire is an accurate picture of what you can become. An accurate picture. So guys, ladies, gents, all of our viewers out there, get those desires written down. Start stating them. Start putting some goals to them. We want to hear from you. Tell us. We're on the page. We keep on adding, changing the date so that you can just have a continuous conversation. Let's do it, guys. We're here to serve. Mindset Reset Power Series. Frederica Coach Black and Coach Ra signing off. Have a great one.